January 17th, 2015. There was the most amazing sunset that night, so I took a picture. It turns out it would be my dad's last sunset. The next morning, he took his last breath. I was so grateful to be there with him in his final days, and I miss him dearly. Almost every day I want to call him to ask for advice, or show him a new sci-fi book, or hear him and my dad sing terrible 80s songs at the top of their lungs in the barn. We lost my uncle a few months later. One year after that, my marriage was falling apart. So I called my best friend to cry. She was returning from a trip with her family, and she ordered her husband to turn the car around to come pick me up, despite being more than 3 hours away and struggling with her own losing battle with breast cancer. And 6 months after that, I found myself driving out to Boston to spend time with my best friend of 18 years and her family, as we all knew the end was near. I was the cool aunt who played Legos with her kids and comforted her parents the best I could, and watched hollow-eyed as her husband couldn't stop moving, or he'd just collapse in on himself. I told her that I loved her and that I was really grateful that she had been in my life. Now, if you think that is all that 2016 had in store for me, just wait. I have one more story for you. Molly, my adorable black lab, my doggy companion of 10 years, succumbed to illness. And if you have dogs, you know, dogs are with us through so much. She made sure I got out and walked every day, that I had someone to snuggle and someone to take care of. Though, as we all know, dogs take care of us. The sadness was practically oozing off of me at that point. You couldn't see it, but sadness and loneliness were my constant companions. The air around me was practically blue. Did you ever see Men in Black 2? When Rosario Dawson's character realizes that it rains because she is sad. That was me. I am normally a social butterfly. I have tons of family and friends. I love to meet new people. I love to get out. But at that point, for the first time in my life, I felt utterly alone. I had become one of the lonely and disconnected. Did you know that in the 2 decades or so before COVID, our time spent alone steadily increased? And our time spent with in-person social engagement drastically decreased. And the loneliness persists today. 1 in 3 Americans report feeling very lonely each week. 1 in 10 Americans report feelings of strong loneliness every day. And even more worrying than all of that, those who we think should be having the most fun, meeting new people, getting out, starting their lives, are doing the exact opposite. In fact, 2 out of every 3 young adults, ages 18 to 24, report feelings of strong loneliness each and every week. I felt like I was at the bottom of this long staircase, and the climb up just seemed endless and exhausting. And yet, I took a step. I took time off from work, and I did what many people do. I cried a lot. I ate pizza while crying. I took long walks. I talked to a therapist, and I read Brené Brown's book, Daring Greatly. And it was one step towards repairing my broken soul. Another step. I come from a family of doers and joiners. It's kind of what happens when you come from a very large extended family. You drag yourself or are dragged by others to church, to sporting events. You watch as your parents, your grandparents, your siblings, your aunts, your uncles, your cousins all step into community leadership roles in local government, in the church, in the PTA, school board, singing groups, arts league. And you just assume that's what you do. You get involved and you support others. So I bought a home close to where I grew up so that I would have my own tether to the community, a place that was mine. And there was something about being home near my community and near my family that reminded me that community is woven into the fabric of everything I do, everything we do. Another step. I joined TEDxSUNYCortland, a women's advocacy and empowerment organization. My mom suggested it, so of course I rolled my eyes. But I went to a meeting, and it was really nice to just be around so many different women who cared about the community and wanted to do something to help improve the lives of the women and children in our area. Another step. You remember those 80s songs that I mentioned that my dad and uncle used to like to sing. So just so you know, I adore and sing all of those songs too. And so lucky for me, the music lover in me, across the street from the home that I bought, the one that brought me back to my community, is the Center for the Arts in Homer. This 200-year-old building served as a church for many, many years. And when the congregation moved on, the building sat empty and alone. The echoes of people in prayer fading into the ether. And it wasn't until a small group of community members came together that they breathed new life into this building. And they turned it into a music venue and a place for our community to come together. And so I became a member. I attended concerts, sometimes by myself, sometimes with others. And like many in our area, I started to volunteer. And then I became a board member. And today, the center is a thriving community hub with multiple concerts every week, kids tap dancing and doing pirouettes in class, and art shows galore. The heartbeat of the center is the community members that pitch in and the ones who show up. Because you see, neurobiologically, we are here to connect with others. It is vital to our own well-being. My story is part of our story. And that's when it hit me, though I probably knew it all along. The key to combating loneliness is community. It's not found in our phones, though I do love my technology tools. It's about cultivating authentic connections with the community that's all around us. The crisis of loneliness in our country doesn't have to continue. You can do something about it. My story was full of points where I felt alone, but also multiple places where I leaned into these ephemeral things that we call relationships. Because the people that we lean on, they're solid. So let me ask you, who are you going to go call and invite after this session out to coffee or to dinner? Maybe a game of pickup basketball, or maybe even pickleball, because we all know. How are you going to get someone to an in-person activity like volunteering? And if you are a leader or an organizer, can you think of someone new that you could bring to your next club meeting or community gathering? And how are you designing that gathering so that it feels welcoming to new people and also encourages those people who are members to want to keep coming back? So I have a challenge for all of you. Take one step. Make a call, see a friend, go volunteer, find or start a group. It all starts with an inspiration, an idea, a relationship, and the people like you, me, my family and friends, my fellow community members, who all bravely take that first step together so that we can work hard with each other to bring that new idea to life. That's how we're going to help others and overcome division and improve the communities and the world around us. It all starts with one call, one step. What idea are you going to bring to life today? And who are you going to bring along with you? Thank you.